What's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So what I got for you today is a sound off that I've seen in my comment section for a certain character. I know we are inching up on Season 3 now, DLC, now that the last character for Season 2, Hwang Sung-gyung, has been released officially. So now it's just a waiting game to see whenever that's announced. I was originally thinking December. I'm thinking maybe it gets announced in January, I want to say now. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch that, and I'll give you information as soon as I get any new stuff on that. But what I wanted to do is start our perfect ability to speculate now, because since we know already practically who's going to be in the season pass, with the exception of confusion on one, we can start talking about what we expect from these characters and what we want changes to see, how we want them revamped, and what we want to see from their stories and stuff like that. So, with that being said, we're just going to jump right into it. So we obviously know that the first code that's for Season 3 is Stone, which we can pretty much translate to Rock immediately. I don't think anyone has a question there. So what I want to do is talk about the story that I want to see. Now we know that Soul Edge and Soul Blade are canon to the new timeline, so we can disregard that because that stuff already happened. But what I want to do is I want to go over to the wiki, and I want to read with you guys his biography from Soul Calibur 1, the first game, which this is supposed to be replacing or, reinventing, if you want to say that. The reason I'm going to do this is that I didn't do for the other speculative characters is because I actually like his story for Soul Calibur 1 already, and I think it fits pretty much with what's going on now. So I don't really think we have to change much. There are a few things that I would like to see added to it, but for now, let's just go over that together, and we will read the story from Soul Calibur for Nathaniel William Adams. Rock eventually relearned of the people across the ocean, and faded memories of his parents and Soul Edge began to resurface in his mind as he gradually recalled his past. He eventually decided that Soul Edge would be the key to his fully restored memories, and with only his moon axe in hand, Rock set out towards the sea, hoping to cross it and find his destiny. In a battle with the Grecian Sophitia Alexandra, he fought without conviction. When she halted the battle to ask him why he was hesitant in his attacks, he realized that he was leaving Bangu to grow up alone, and that Bangu alone was no better than never adopting him at all. He thanked Sophitia for help and returned to Bangu in the New World. But one horrible day, the Grand Priest of the cult order of Fugal Sastimus, Kunpektu, sent out a group of lizardmen, led by Aeon, to kidnap the native boy and lure Rock out to steal his soul. Taking the bait of love for his foster son, Rock set out once again to Europe, but this time his motivation was not related to Soul Edge at all. He searched for a long time and eventually defeated Aeon in battle at the cost of his trusty axe. He saved Bangu but never truly discovered the purpose Kunpektu had wanted with his soul out of all the souls available. So that still fits in pretty good with the story we can see now. If you don't know what happened to him in Soul Edge, basically his father bought Soul Edge or won it in an auction or something like that, and then they took it back to their ship. Rock was known because he was strong or whatever, and chasing after Soul Edge, Cervantes actually attacked the ship, and Rock attempted to hide the sword. In the end, the ship was sunk, and he landed in what is current-day America. He tried to join groups of natives, but they were afraid of him. And then he came across this orphaned native boy, which was Bangu, and he took him under his wing, and I guess kind of pseudo-adopted him. And then that was pretty much where that went from there. How I can see things added to this would easily be, we can go more into the Fugal Sastimus stuff and Aeon. I think this would also lead up perfectly at the end for a cliffhanger. If you do maybe we don't do a battle with Aeon, because I think we can do it easily enough where we battle the Fugal Sastimus and it'll still, give us the same kind of emotional depth. But at the end, if we're teased with Aeon, maybe we see a shadow, he sees a shadow figure or something, and it's talking to him like it's Aeon, and then that gives us some kind of clue that obviously Aeon is slated to be next in the DLC. But that would just be a nice little cliffhanger to end that off on. The reason I'm not going into too much of the other stories is mainly due, mostly in fact, to the fact that the story is over now. It says to be continued, so possibly until Soul Calibur 7. But we could tie in some other kinds of things to this, like stuff that was going on. Like maybe in the Fugal Systemus, we see one of the other numbered people, or maybe one of the shepherds that is, is supposed to be in charge of fusing with that member. You can use creative character parts just like they did with Von Golbach for that. But you can add some kind of cool stuff to that to like kind of give it a little bit more staying power or longevity. But I think the story as a whole is already pretty solid as far as where Soul Calibur 1 would stand. It would be a good setup to maybe give us a background for Soul Edge, like in the opening, just to give us new players a kind of cliff notes on Bangu and his relationship to Rock. But I think it's pretty good the way that it is. Obviously, we need to lead this up into Aeon's release. I do want to see more of the swords, the cursed swords, and the numbers and their shepherds. I want to see a lot more of that stuff leading up until 7. Like maybe since there's so many of us, tease like one of them per new chronicle, and that'll be their tie into the story, so we don't have these characters actually going too hard into the story, because they pretty much write themselves. If it's Yoon Song, Hong can be off on his own, like searching for Soul Edge, since him and Hwang Sung-young were doing so at the same time. So that wouldn't actually be too big of a deal when it's coming towards messing around with the timeline. And then we can also see Aeon doing something similar where maybe he is with the Fugal Systemus, and we have to actually see him trying to retaliate to take his men back from the Fugal Systemus, and he encounters Rock. In the end, I think it would be pretty simple to get all this new lore in there. I think it would be a really good setup for Soul Calibur 7 if we do some subtle hints, so we don't have to mess with the story as it is too much in the Soul Chronicles, because it's pretty much concluded to being on the cliffhanger as it is now. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, we all pretty much know that Rock is going to be the next character. Do you think they should change the story to anything? And if so, give me an example of what you want changed or what you want it to be changed to. I don't really want to see short answers, because I want to start a conversation with this to see like where our speculation is going to lead and how much of our speculation is going to be actually accurate. So it's kind of a test of like how much we know the Soul Calibur writing team, I guess. At least in Soul Calibur 6, since it is a new team. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to a close. I want to thank you for watching. As always, stay powered up. And just remember that tomorrow, we're actually not going to have a full Friday video. What we're going to do is we are going to have my thank you for 1,000 subscribers live stream. It's going to be a basic Q&A type of thing. We're going to talk to each other. It's going to be on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about like being on one of your game consoles to like play with me or stream anything. We're going to start the game streaming next week. But this is going to be a like thank you stream. I'm going to be answering questions. Like you can ask me things like what my favorite character is, or stuff about Soul Calibur, stuff about other fighting game franchises. It doesn't really matter. And we'll get to know each other a little bit better, since we do have a new influx of subscribers to the channel. But with that being said, we're going to bring this video to a close. I want to always say again, thank you for 1,000. Well, let's keep on going and reach for more, Yoon-Fam. And as always, I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.
Bangu! Bangu!